Who knows how long I've loved.
Okay, hi everybody. I am here with Rose, who, if you have been to the greenhouse, know that Rose is very knowledgeable about her orchids. And we are talking about orchids today because we have so many customers who ask lots of questions about how do you get your orchids to rebloom, what do I do with them. I rescued it from the store, and what do I do with it now? So we have just some very quick, easy tips for you to care for your orchids and discuss on how to get them. Rose is here. Rose, Mary, Bensell Greenhouse. We are here because we have had so many questions about orchids. A lot of orchids being sold all over Toledo in different areas, and we have many varieties of orchids, and want to be able to offer people advice so that they can either get them to rebloom or help them so that they're not overwatering, underwatering. What do you think, Rose? What are we hearing from customers most of the time when they call us and talk about their orchids? What is it that you think they hear?
The biggest question is, when are they going to rebloom again?
Okay.
Okay.
All
and
right.
that it takes patience, because they will, and I think a lot of people just overwater, overcare them. They're such an easy plant.
Right.
I truly believe of all my plants, one of the easiest.
Well, think about what they're in. I mean, overwatering in a pot like this could be pretty horrible.
Well, it's maybe someone waters it every 2 days, thinks it's getting dry. Mine get quite dry at home.
Right.
And then I will give them a little foot bath,
right,
and a little food, and I actually put them in a bowl and let them sit in there for 20 to 25 minutes.
Okay. Are you fertilizing them then at that time?
Only if they're not blooming.
Okay, and so if you do fertilize them, do you fertilize the water that you're setting them in, or
no,
do you
I water them all from the top, let it run, and let them then remain in the water for 20 to 25
Okay,
minutes.
so the water that you're pouring around has its fertilizer in there.
Exactly.
Do you water, or do you fertilize all year?
I do not.
Okay.
When they're done, when they're done blooming, I give them a rest period, and probably when I think maybe, they're going to start again, I will start fertilizing.
Okay. We have some orchids that are not blooming here in front of us, an oncidium. What do you see, Rose? What is it that you see on this orchid that is a problem?
Well, this should be nice and firm, and this wrinkle shows me that it got too dry.
Right.
It's really letting you know I'm too dry, I need a drink.
Okay. It's got some nice new growth on it, so there's still hope for it. Oh, yeah. I don't have a problem with it, but it does need to sit in water, like Rose had mentioned. Probably something that people don't think about doing is just setting it in some water for a little bit of time.
It's my preference. I like to do that because you can literally water them and often see that all the medium did not get wet.
Right. These are epiphytes, so they typically don't have to be sitting in soil. So I think that overwatering is probably the biggest issue that we have, and that people don't realize that they need a little bit of a break in between their bloom times. They can bloom for months. So don't expect them to rebloom after 2 weeks. Give them some time.
It can be a year. They can take a year break or
be
longer, and then surprise you and all of a sudden just bloom beautifully. And a lot of people, I think, also feel they need sun.
Okay.
And they do grow on bottom of trees in their natural state,
Dappled lighting.
Yeah, mine are in an east window. They get a little morning sun and they're totally happy there.
Okay. Just consider what type of orchid you have. These dendrobians, oncidiums are warm weather bloomers, and the phalaenopsis is a cool weather bloomer. And a lot of times what we tell people to do is change the climate that they're in, and that's usually how orchids rebloom. But here in the Midwest, we can't keep them outside all winter to give them some cooler temperatures. But we can get them outside in the summer and change their environment a little bit from going from inside a house.
No sun.
No sun.
No direct sun.
Yeah, no direct sunlight when you take them outdoors.
And take your time bringing them in. I actually like to leave them out there in maybe like lower 50 temperatures.
Okay.
And let them, especially these guys.
Okay.
They like that.
They do. They're cool. They cool weather lovers. So anybody have questions, call us here at the greenhouse. You can talk to Rose or myself. We can answer questions over the phone. We can help repot. We have the medium that you need to repot your orchids in. Just give us a call. We're happy to help you, and we'd love to help you get your orchids to rebloom.
How long I've loved you.